Bralon Taplin competed in his first Olympic Games in the men's 400 meters, finishing seventh overall. Bralon, let's talk about the race itself. What was the experience like participating in your first Olympic Games and being a finalist and finishing as well?
Um, it was fun. I mean, I always saw myself as being, an Olympic finalist. Since I started running track, I always wanted to be in the Olympics. So to finally have that come true, it was a great experience. And to be part of the historical race. That was the race was just that's going down in history, and I was a part of it. So it was nice.
Your performance itself, let's talk about it. What went wrong or you didn't execute right, as you would say?
This is my first time doing 3 rounds. I've never had to do 3 rounds. So after the second day, I felt I don't want to say fatigued, but I was a little tired. I mean, this is where experience come in, and I've never done a 3-round championship. And most championships I was out the first round. So, now that I've gotten 3-round championship in, I have to go back and, me and my coach have to train to do a 3-round championship. So when next time I make a final, I'm able to perform as I want to perform in the final.
Lead me through the entire 400 meters from start to finish.
Well, the first, the guns goes off, and the first 50, I'm feeling really good. The backstretch, I see that LaShawn Merritt, because I'm focusing on LaShawn Merritt because he's right in front of me. I see that LaShawn Merritt is pulling away, so I start to pick it up, and I don't want the gap to get too big, so I start to pick it up, and I feel like I put myself in a good position. And around 250, I start to feel a little fatigue, and I usually don't feel fatigue around 250. But around 250, I start to feel, a little fatigue, and I start thinking in my head, this home stretch is about to be hard. And so I see LaShawn Merritt and I see Karani, and I don't see Wade, and I thought, because before the race even started, I seen Wade with tape on his leg, and I was thinking, maybe Wade pulled out. Like, I don't see him at all. Like, I don't see, he's not in my line of vision at all. So I'm thinking, Karani's in first, LaShawn is in second, and at the time it was me and Sid Daniel. So I'm thinking, this is about to be the battle for third. And as the race progressed and I get on the home stretch, I see that Wade is still in the race and he's so far ahead. Like the gap is so big between all of us, and I see Sedaniel kind of pulled away from me, and I think I kind of just shut it off in my head. I shut it off. Like, I see the other 2 guys that got 5th and 6th. I see them pass me, but it's like I see them coming up, and I didn't react to it. I didn't, I was just like I lost. Like, I didn't medal. Like, I didn't get 4th. Like, I just lost. And so I didn't really battle for the 5th spot or the 6th spot. So I just kind of shut it off and took 7.
On the performance of Van Niekerk, what's your thoughts?
It's amazing. It was an amazing race. There's not much you can say. He almost ran 42 seconds. There's not much. That's a video. Like, that's what I do in video games. Like, when I play a video game, my goal is to go 42 seconds. So, it's crazy.
The history also being that you're being part of, a Grenada duet in the final for the first time of Olympic Games. What's that sort of feeling as well?
I feel like it was historic to have two Grenadians in the final, but now it's gonna be a norm. Like, every championship, I plan on making the final. So the next championship, I plan on, we had 2 Grenadians in the final. Now let's see if we can get 2 Grenadians to medal. My goal is to medal. Like, I mean, it might seem far-fetched, you know, you're just seeing a guy get 7th place and run 44.4, and like now people might think like now you want a medal, but last year I didn't even make it to the semifinals. I barely got into the track meet, you know, I was injured, and this year I came and I made it to the Olympic final. So who was to say that next championship we can't have 2 Grenadians medal? Or who was to say, you know? Because I'm pretty sure if I would have told you at the beginning of the season or at the end of last season, if we would have did an interview and I would have said, you know, next year I'm going to be in the Olympic final, people would think, how do you plan on making an Olympic final when you can't even make it out of a world championship first round? So, you know, I mean, people might say what they want to say, but I think me and Carney are going to medal.
And talking about next time, how do you prepare or put your focus on preparing for the next time, which obviously the major championship would be the World Championship in London 2017?
Wade just opened up a huge door. He broke a barrier that, you know, most people never thought would be broken. So if he can break that barrier, that means that there has to be a barrier that I can break. There has to be, you know, a few years ago nobody knew about Wade. Wade wasn't a top, you know, a top 400 meter runner, and now he is the best 400 meter runner. So, I mean, I'm gonna go home and I'm just gonna work really hard. We're gonna see what we can do.
Talk about the support you have been getting, and you know, you probably would have seen quite a number of support from people who you don't even know about, you know, or have met before. How that feeling?
It just shows how, you know, how passionate Grenadians are about the sport of track and field, and how passionate they are about, you know, just supporting their countrymen. You know, like I'm just so happy. Like I'm so overwhelmed with like I felt like, and there was one point where it wasn't even I'm doing this for me. I'm doing this for us. I'm doing this for the country. Like the country. Like we're all like I felt like, you know, like everybody, like if I was to stand up and look behind me, I had the whole country behind me. I had everybody, you know, having my back. And with Karani, it wasn't just me and Karani versus, you know, the other competitors. It was the whole country. It was all of us. Like, and it's just overwhelming with joy. Like I can't.
After the Olympics, what's next for Bralon in terms of the international circuit?
I may have 1 or 2 races. I don't know. I gotta sit down with my coach and, you know, talk a few things out. Go home and get some treatment. Talk a few things out with my coaches, with Coach Francis and Coach Pat Henry, and just see, you know, what do we want to do? Do we want to continue to run? I mean, I wouldn't mind racing. You know, I wouldn't mind racing some of those guys again, because I feel like I let a spot get away. I let 2 spots get away, and I really honestly feel like that. So, you know, I wouldn't mind racing a few of those guys again, just to. I mean, it's not gonna be the Olympic final, but it'll just, you know, prove a point. But I'm gonna go talk to my coach and see if we wanna call it a season and, you know, relax and start mentally and, you know, looking into the future, getting ready for World Championship, or do we want to, you know, do 2 more races and then shut it off? It just